side effects after a 2-week break. Not so great. If you're interested, keep on watching. Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Anita. If you are new to this channel, I share lifestyle, beauty, and faith. And I've been on the GLP-1 journey since July 31st of last year and have lost over 20 pounds. And if you have already been following the journey, welcome back. Guys, after pausing on my shot unintentionally for 2 weeks, I finally took it last week and the week did not go great, but I will update you on side effects, measurements, and weight. So let's start off with side effects. After the shot, I shared with you that I was taking my Nuri protein shake. And after that, I even had breakfast. I believe I filmed it because I've been trying to actually film what I have been eating. I haven't been super consistent on it, but I've tried my best. I believe I have a clip that I can share with you right now. This was that same day of what I was eating. All right, this is my meal for today, January 8th. I took my shot earlier. I never said it was gonna be pretty, but this is what I'm having for today. I have 2 eggs. One of them just kind of messed up when I was flipping it over. Avocado, which is like, I don't know, a quarter of the avocado is the Haas avocado. So 2 eggs. And I needed a slice of the sourdough bread that I got from Stu's. Yeah. But this is, I think, a decent meal. Along with this, I also had a Nuri vanilla shake earlier. So this is what I am about to eat. To my knowledge, I feel that I actually took in a pretty decent amount of protein, especially in the morning. Am I the best at hydrating? No, like as in taking water. But that day I felt like I was pretty diligent and I was taking in a lot of water. What I want to move towards is tracking again on my Fitness Pal what I eat, because this way I can measure, in protein what I eat, how many calories I'm getting in a day. So that's something that I'm going to start doing new. But I say all of this to say because I thought I took in a pretty decent amount of protein on Thursday. If you guys know, I take my shots on Thursday. Usually I release new videos on Friday. So on Thursday, I felt like I did everything that I possibly could to prevent really bad side effects, right? And I have to say, it has not been great. I was feeling really sick on, I would say, Thursday evening, Friday, Saturday, and throughout the week, believe it or not. Usually by the 3rd or 4th day, I'm feeling a little bit better. If I have any side effects that are pretty bad, I feel like if I sound a little bit nasally or different, I am feeling like I'm coming down with a cold. I've been battling it since, what's today, Thursday, since Tuesday night. And I've been taking my vitamins. I take the Ollie Immune. I don't know, I'll put a picture of it here. I take those and it has elderberry, vitamin C, and something else. And I also, when I start getting sick, start taking the emergency packs. And I'm now taking Dayquil, but I'm still feeling a little bit yucky. But I am feeling nauseous today. I don't think it's a side effect of the shot. I just think that because I'm coming down with this cold, I'm just feeling really like not great, in terms of like feeling good. Like I feel like I'm coming down with something for sure and I'm battling it. Like my throat was very scratchy and on fire, my throat and my chest. So I feel like that is separate, but what I was feeling on Friday, what I was feeling on Saturday, I was not feeling great. I have these moments, and it just feels like, and I've described this before, where you feel, if you have ever been pregnant, that morning sickness stage where you just kind of feel like nauseous on and off. And sometimes I eat something and I'm immediately feeling nauseous. That is exactly how I've been feeling the last few days. And it just feels so gross, guys. And I did have to take a 2-week break, and I don't think I fully explained why I took the break. At first, I told you that I was very overwhelmed, which yes, I was overwhelmed. I was going through a very tough time right after week 18, or actually that entire month. But because I was feeling overwhelmed and my daughter had come, I did not call in the prescription to my doctor. And because I waited so long by the time I called it in, for some reason, unbeknownst to me, Walgreens takes forever to fill the prescription. I know that they don't have it, they have to have it delivered, but it takes a lot of time for them to actually get it into the store. So by the time all of that happened, it was too late for me to start. Like, I don't like starting on a Monday. I don't want to start my week feeling like that. So I usually wait till the Thursday. By that time, I was just like, let me just wait. So I started it last week. And, I have not been good since. It was about a 2-week break since I restarted the injection. I didn't think it was going to hit me this hard. Um, and it just has. Like, the longest I went without taking the shot, I believe, was 1 week. I guess 2 week. The 2 weeks that went by wasn't great for my body, and literally have felt almost everything under the sun: the nausea, the fatigue, the headaches. I had headaches. I had a headache on Saturday. And it persisted. Like, it was to the point where I took Tylenol, didn't work. I was hydrating, didn't work. I was caffeinating, didn't work. So when it seems to persist like that, I know that it's a side effect of the shot, because usually I'm not a person who usually gets headaches or migraines for a long period of time. And this time it was just, yeah, not helping. But I pushed through all of that. Mama's got to do what mama's got to do. I still got to cook. I still got to clean. I still got to do life. So I was just dealing with that, trying to manage it as much as possible. I was literally trying to hydrate. I'm like, if I hydrate more, I will feel less sick. That really wasn't helping. I'm sorry. It just wasn't. It wasn't helping. I was just doing my best to get through the week. And then Tuesday comes and I start to feel ill. And I don't think it was brought on by the shot as well, because sometimes you get like these flu-like or cold-like symptoms when you are getting, when you take the shot, but normally it doesn't really amount to anything. I've been feeling the symptoms of being sick. So unfortunately, that is where we are with that. Um, that pretty much concludes side effects. Nothing super out of the ordinary that I haven't experienced before, but it definitely hit me like a truck. And here we are. So that being said, I know that when you inject yourself in your stomach, the side effects could be a little bit stronger. I'm going to move to my thigh, and I haven't done my thigh since God knows when, months and months ago. I feel like because I had started off in my thigh, the medication was in my system and then moved to my stomach, it might not have been that severe. I don't know. But I'm moving back to my thigh today because I don't want to have another week feeling like this. And because I'm already feeling sick, I don't want to pile on to those side effects. And so I'm just going to do it there. So with that being said, let's move on to putting the shot on my thigh, or in my thigh. Proper English, guys. I can't even. Just forgive me today. All right, so we're going to go in the right thigh. And we are going to do it in this area. So I have not done it in this area for such a long time. I really hope this does not backfire on me, but we'll see. I'm going to put it right or up here. Put it right here, right? Yeah. I did not really feel anything at all. So that's a plus. I will continue. I'm going to take my protein shake in a little bit. That's why I wore my shorts today, guys, because I intentionally was going to put it in my thigh today. Now, you guys know that I am feeling a little bit sick when I cannot even get through my cup of coffee. Like, when I tell you I had this filled like to here, and all I've gotten to is here because I was drinking it and I was feeling nauseous. So I can't get through my coffee. I am going to at least take my protein shake and get that into my body because that is a must. Let's move on to measurements and see where we are, and then we'll discuss. All right, so we're going to start with measurements, and you guys know I like to normally go in with the waist. Let's bring this down. Expose the belly. So the goal is to get right here at the curve of where the waist is to get the waist. I don't really do abdomen, but I'm not sure if I should. See, look at that. This is crazy. It's crazy town. 32 waist, 32.5 inches. Oh, I did it again for abdomen. I confirmed and I didn't even do the abdomen. Shall we do the abdomen? Because it drives me nuts when I mess it up. Do it every single time. The abdomen is definitely bigger than the waist. Do it right here. Maybe this is my sign. I should just start doing abdomen. $35.23. I feel like the abdomen, women tend, like, especially if you carried children, you tend to always carry more down in this pooch. I don't even know if it applies to people who have not carried children, but I would imagine so because we generally tend to have more down here, right? All right, let's put this down. Let's do the hip. Right? And the hip is showing at 42.4. And let's go into the left thigh. Doing the left thigh, we are at 23.97. Let's now do the right thigh. I always find it interesting that my right side is sometimes bigger than my left, being that I have more inflammation in my left than my right. It's just mind-boggling to me. Someone make it make sense. Make it make sense. And no, right there. 24.88. All right. We will now move towards the left bicep. I'm trying to get through this pretty quickly, guys. Left bicep right here, 14.72. Let's go to the right. Oh, that's interesting. 1472, right? Let's do the chest. Just realized my mic is pointing the other direction. Hopefully you can hear me. For the chest, I'm measuring across. Okay. We are getting 37.71. And that is it for this. I don't want to mess it up like last week. I was all over the place with that. All right, so we are done with measurements. We will now go into the weigh-in. All right, let's put this over here. Let's move my slippers to the side and my husband's so we can get a read. And let's go into, okay. This is so funny. What's going on here? Did it grab my body composition stuff? Yes, it did. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, there you have it. I'll be honest, I feel like I'm not sure if the tape it's really doing its thing. I'm not sure how accurate it is. And I'm not sure if it's a battery issue thing or what, because I feel like there is a bit of a discrepancy there. And I'm just being completely honest. I feel like maybe I would use the manual tape to see if there is a difference. I'm going to see if I can change the battery for the next time I measure. I just don't want to have to go back right now. But I'm going to put up here somewhere the measurements from last week, as I usually do the last week and this week. And for those who usually question, my height is 5'2". All right, in terms of the weight, I am now down 2.6 pounds. I am back in the 153 range, which was the range I was prior to starting again with the recording. I find that very amusing, 2.6 pounds. And for the record, I have not had my period yet. So it's always interesting how these things play out. Let's go into the comparison report, which I really enjoy. So as you can see, my weight is down 2.6 pounds. My BMI is down 0.5. Fat percentage is up by 0.3. Body fat mass is down by 0.4 pounds. Muscle percentage down by 0.3. Muscle mass is down by 2 pounds. So all in all, what it's looking like is that I've lost 2 pounds of muscle, but my body fat is up. Very interesting. This is why I like reading this, because what it's looking like is that I've literally lost muscle mass and not like fat, which to me, that's very concerning to me. But that is where we are right now, guys. All in all, thoughts is that, yes, It seems as though I am losing weight, but I am not happy when the muscle mass is what I am losing. And to me, that is not really a win when I'm losing muscle mass rather than the fat. So that just means that I have to get myself back into building the muscle. Clearly, the protein that I'm thinking I'm taking in is not helping, but also what's not helping is that I'm not working on my muscle mass, which I have to do by weight training. And this week, where I wanted to start immediately, of course, I've been feeling crappy all week from last week's shot. And I have not felt like the urge to do anything because every time I try to do something, I either feel a little bit dizzy, I feel nauseous. I'm just not in a great state this week. I'm giving myself the grace, and yeah, I'm not apologizing for it because I need to give myself grace, especially after last month and what I went through. I've actually lost a lot of hair in the last few weeks. Thankfully, not to the point of baldness. I believe I've shared this with you before. I do have chronic alopecia. I've had moments in my life where I've been completely bald. Um, and I haven't cut my hair since I've had regrowth and have not been bald. And that's why I haven't touched it. If you can see, my hair is like pretty much down to here. And I even cut it back in December around my birthday, a few weeks after my birthday. I cut it. It was actually a little bit longer. And to me, it's just like to have my hair, it's beautiful. So I don't want to cut it short because when I was bald, I would cut it like literally up to here. The hair loss, do I think it's from the shot? Absolutely not, even though a lot of people have reported to have hair loss due to the shot. Me, I believe that my hair loss usually is really tied into stress. And being that last month was a high stress month for me, I think once my body was regulating and I was working through the burnout, everything started to shed. And when I tell you, like, my ponytail feels this thin, it's just something that I'm working through right now. I thank all of you, by the way, for all of your kind words. I love that you love the prayer. Um, and it really, reinforced things for me, and my faith. It reinforced how I wanted my channel to move, and in the direction that I wanted to move. I want this channel to be mainly faith based, and that's through everything I do in my life, through my lifestyle, through weight loss, through anything that I do. I want that to reach to you, the viewer, because I believe that setting a strong, faithful foundation just helps with everything else. It's what helps me through my stress. It's what helps me through the moments that I am feeling down. Just depending on God in general is literally what gets me through when times are rough. So I hope to bring that to you as well. My closing thoughts are that I am going to download my fitness tracker again so that I can track my food and everything else. And I hope to actually share that. I'm not sure if I should do it in this video or just separately when I am preparing food. Would I do it in that video? I feel like it would make more sense in a separate video, so I'm not overloading on this video. Like this video, I like to focus on side effects, measurement, weight, and then I guess in my food video, I am going to see how I can structure that where I can incorporate what my Fitness Pal tracks. And I feel like this way I have a little bit more visibility as to what I am intaking with protein, my foods, and stuff like that. Do I eat 100% great all the time? Absolutely not. I did have great moments this week, and then I had moments we ate out twice this week. One of them being Shake Shack and the other one being Domino's. And even Domino's, I can't stomach. I don't like Domino's. Sorry, not sorry. I'm not a fan, but it was what we ordered. And I ate like a small slice and a spinach stuffed bread or something like that with feta. I'm going off topic. But with all of that being said, I feel like I should get a little bit of a better hold on the nutrition piece. And I also started juicing. So that in and of itself is great. I also add protein to that and collagen. So there are just tweaks that I'm making and that I'm working through to get myself into a better state. But with that being said, I am done for today. I am going to go get dressed and try to push through the day and hopefully not get worse and just continue to eat better so that I can be stronger. Guys, I pray as always that God blesses you in new and amazing ways each and every single day. Take care.